Hey, everybody. It is Monday, you guys. Monday. You guys know what time it is. It's another episode live with Vicky P. So tonight I have a special guest on tonight. And this is a different interview than what you guys are used to. But this is a interview that is definitely gonna help educate us more. And I'm not going to announce who it is quite yet. You guys know what I have to do. I have to send a shout out to my sponsors, and then I will bring her on. Okay. My sponsors are a Level Up Management Company, a Level Up Promotions, Bustin' Unlimited, The Boss Chicks of Augusta, Joker's Comedy on the Move, and Toast the Event Bar. Without them, there will be no Live with Vicky P. All right, you guys. Are you guys ready? I'm ready. So hold on tight. Hey, how are you?
Good evening. Good evening. How
Good
are
evening.
you?
I'm great. And yourself?
I'm doing amazing. Thank you for asking me. Thank you for having me.
Oh, most definitely, most definitely. I'm very excited that you're on here to educate us. Because when we don't know, we don't know. So first, I would like for you to introduce yourself.
Well, my name is Ceretta Smith, and I am a councilwoman here in the city of Grovetown, United States Army veteran, wife, mom, Gammy, a labor, civil rights, human rights activist, child of God, most importantly, and servant, and just excited about what we're here to talk about on tonight.
Okay, so exactly, let everybody know what we're here to talk about tonight.
So wanted to come on tonight and talk about my new literacy initiative. It's called Never Stop Reading. And so thank you so much for highlighting this important issue of literacy. And you're right. If you don't know, you don't know. My kids are gone and grown. I'm an empty nester, and so are many others. And so just by virtue of the position that I hold in the city, was attending a seminar about literacy and was shocked to learn that 68% of fourth graders in the state of Georgia are not reading proficiently. I was blown away.
That's a large number.
It's a large number. The average number for the country is 70%. In the United States of America, 70% of fourth graders are not reading proficiently. So Georgia's trailing right behind the national average. So it was just very alarming to me, the fact that 21% of adults in America are illiterate. The fact that 60% of low-income households, they can't buy books. They don't have books in the home. And so it's just, like I said, it's an economic issue, it's a social issue, it's a workforce issue, it's a health issue, because when you look at the long-term effects of literacy, if they don't read by fourth grade, they're more than likely going to drop out. They're not going to graduate high school. When they don't graduate high school, when they're not able to read, they can't apply for jobs, or the jobs that they have are low-wage jobs. And so that leads to crime. That leads to incarceration. So literacy literally fuels the school to the prison pipeline. They look at the literacy rates to project how many prisons they need to build. Because yes, ma'am. Because it's a domino effect. It shortens lifespans. It's the data shows that people who are not able to read by fourth grade, they have shortened lifespans. They're more than likely to suffer with anxiety and depression, higher suicide rates from the shame and the stigma of, not being able to read. They battle with low self-esteem. So now we're talking about the mental health piece. And so we've got to figure out what we can do as a community. Because like I said, my kids are gone and grown. So I had no idea. And then talking to people and sharing these statistics and this data, just blown away.
Oh, yes, because I'm sitting here listening, and I work in healthcare, so I do understand when I have adults, young young adults and older adults, when they can't read. A lot of them, they don't even know how to take their medicines properly. So therefore, if they don't understand how to take their medicines, they're not going to take them. They don't take them, guess what happens? So I definitely understand, because it's just like going down the pipeline. So what sparked your love for reading?
Well, books were an escape for me as a young girl. Books opened my eyes to a world outside of my own community. I was able to learn about different people and different cultures. I was able to see the world through a book outside of just my little town, and dream, and escape and say, someday I'm going to Paris. Someday it gave me something to hope for. Books were a place where I could read a lot of captivating stories, where I could read about fascinating subjects that really ignited a curiosity in me that I still have to this day. And, I find a solace in a Saturday, a hot cup of tea, cute and comfy, some cute PJs, because we have to be cute and comfy.
You know we do, because you are a diva. You are a diva, honey.
And then, a book. And so there's a solace in that. And so that's what sparked my love for reading, going to the library in the summertime, competing, for who's going to read the most books. I still remember the lady at the library that would read to us. And so here I am, she planted that seed. Not going to tell you how many years ago, because then you'll know how old I am. But she planted that seed, and now that seed, now I'm hoping to plant those same seeds, so that someday some little boy or some little girl will grow up and remember this lady used to come and read. And so, I want to give back to my community like that.
That's awesome. That's awesome. It is, when you say fourth graders, fourth graders, because they start learning how to read. I can remember, I'm an empty nester. My children are off, but I remember sight words when early on in school, like first grade, learning sight words, putting them together to learn how to complete a sentence. But fourth grade, oh my, yeah, that.
And a lot of the behavioral problems, the data shows that a lot of the behavioral problems that they're having in the classroom, a lot of it comes from that you have a child that cannot read. And I substitute teach in both counties, and I classrooms where there's, been a particular child, and, that particular child is, the behavior, and they're disruptive. And the teacher will say, read such and such. And they go, oh, I hate school. And in my mind, I'm going, oh my God, he can't read.
Mm-hmm.
And so you find there are a lot of behavior problems because the kids cannot read. And so I don't want anybody to know I can't read. So I'm going to act out, and I'm going to class. And so, again, it's just this domino effect.
Right. So I want you to touch bases on this again. How important is reading, especially when it comes to the African American community?
Oh, wow. So if we're going to, I truly believe that if we are going to lift people up and break generational cycles of poverty, it begins with literacy. And like I said, it's not just an educational issue. It's an economic issue. It's a workforce issue. It's a quality of life issue. And research shows that children who can't, again, read proficiently by the end of third grade, they are more likely to experience poor health, shortened lifespans, have discipline problems, drop out of high school, struggle with employment, live in poverty, and they're more likely to spend time in prison. And this is what really got me. Multiple researchers have connected incarceration to dropout rates. And so we know that the dropout rates are connected to the literacy. In 60 68% of prison inmates don't have a high school diploma. And on average, prisoners are in 8th grade level. And among those prisoners, people of color are the most represented in prison. So that's why it has such a significant impact on the African American community. And then it plays a crucial role in our community by preserving our culture. We see the attacks and the assault on African American history being taught at the collegiate level. And now it's Project 25 and Project 2025. If you go read that, they want to take it out of even our traditional education. And so you've got to be able to read so that we can preserve our own culture. It empowers individuals through education and promotes social awareness, right? And it enriches our lives culturally and intellectually. So it's a powerful tool for personal development, community cohesion, and advancing social justice causes. And so if we're dropping out of high school from the school to the prison pipeline, it's very, very important.
So in 3rd grade, that's when they take the what is the big test that they take in? Is it the 3rd grade?
It is 3rd grade. I'm trying to remember. I was substitute teaching. I'm trying to remember what grade I was subbing for, and they were doing their practice test. Don't quote me on it, but it is 3rd because I was at a elementary school, and so I believe it was 3rd graders. They were doing their practice test for that exam that they have to take. Yeah.
So that makes me wonder, if you have a 3rd grader and they're in school the entire year, they can't read. Then when they get to the end of the year and they take this test, do they just sometimes pass them on through the system, keep them going, or do they have people to actually sit down and read with the children that can't read, read the questions or anything like that?
I'm not sure what they, how they do it, because I'm not plugged into the education system. But the data shows, the data supports that a lot of kids are just passed on. And I see the hard work of our educators, of our teachers. I applaud them. My hats go off to them. They have so much to deal with inside that classroom. 8 hours a day is not enough. You've got behavior problems. You're dealing with all types of things that are going on in the classroom. And I've seen our educators. I applaud them. They don't have enough resources to do what they need to do. They don't have enough assistance and help to do what they need to do. And I know that they're doing this. And that's why I believe it takes a village.
Yes.
So that's why when the Georgia Municipal Association launched this literacy initiative, they just passed Senate Bill 211, where the governor signed, they have a Georgia Council on Literacy now, because the state understands 68% and the national numbers are 70%, and so they have this Georgia Council on Literacy. Share the Magic Foundation is partnering with the Georgia Municipal Association, and they're urging municipal leaders to get out in your community, talk about this, bring awareness to this. Get retired educators that want to get out and volunteer to read to kids. There's something called the Read Bowl. We're going to be pushing that out in the community and trying to get schools to participate in that. They're going to have a Georgia Reads Day at the Capitol in February of 2025. I'm already working, trying to find out how much it's going to cost for us to take a bus. Let's take our kids outside of the community to the Georgia Dome to see other kids from across and participate. Let's make it fun. Let's make it exciting. Let's inspire them and motivate them to want to pick up a book and read. And so, it takes that village, and, we've got to give our educators the support they need. We've got to give our parents the support they need. I hope churches, I want churches to invite me to come in. Let's start some reading programs at churches. Find out your kids at your churches that are struggling. Are there retired educators that will come in and tutor? We've got these books here. And so these are the books that GMA has launched. Georgia Caroline Visits City Hall. Georgia Caroline Visits Her Hometown Heroes. And so as we're spreading the message of literacy, we're also spreading and our kids about local government. So as I've been reading the kids, and I'll say, well, who is your mayor? What is a mayor? I said, well, who is your council member? What is a council member? And so you get into educate kids about local government, getting them involved and engaged at an early age. So it's a powerful thing, and I just believe that together as a village, I can't do it all by myself. The teachers can't do it all by themselves. The parents can't do it all by themselves. But together, if everybody's doing a little bit, we can help these kids get closer to their goals.
And it's funny that you say that, because now the villages are not like back in the day. I had a village, a big village, and the teachers taught me. So they knew, all of that cutting up in class, that whatever, that didn't happen. And plus it was okay. You better get on to them. But now, the single moms or single dads, now they're having to work 2 or 3 jobs. So the children are at home a lot of times by themselves and not picking up a book, the gaming, don't even go outside anymore. So it is so different now. And we do need that village back. And I just want to know, like you said, getting some of the retired educators, even volunteers. Like if someone were to sponsor you a spot to come in, I'm just going to say a Saturday morning and read to the children.
Absolutely.
That's some of the things that you're looking for.
Absolutely.
To donate, to help buy books, to help.
Right. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. And to your point, you talked about the single parents or people that are working lower wage paying jobs, having to work multiple jobs. So now we have a legislative issue. The minimum wage, the data shows the minimum wage in America should be $22. I said I wasn't going to talk politics tonight, but you talking there, okay?
I mean, you got
the minimum wage in America should be $22, and it's a fight just to get it raised to $15, right? So if we can raise the minimum wage, right, and give people a living wage, I'm talking people working 2 and 3 jobs just to keep the lights on.
Yes.
Just to keep food on the table, just to keep a roof over their heads, just to keep food. I'm not talking about a vacation. I'm not talking about extracurricular activities. I'm talking about the basic needs.
Life.
The basic needs to sustain life every day, right? And so these are the things that we have to start. Listen, we have got to, elections have consequences, and we have the power in the vote. And if we want a $15 minimum wage, then we've got to get out and necessary to get the people that are going to pass the legislation. Listen, here in our city, we raised the minimum wage to $15 for our city workers, right? And so that should be something that's statewide. That a lot of cities are beginning to recognize and understand, because it's hard to retain people. Yes. People can't live off of $7.25 anymore.
No, man.
So it's hard to retain people, but the kids are being left at home is because livable wages. We need living wages. I'm sorry.
Yes. Yes, ma'am. Oh, yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. You are so right. I mean, because the everything is going up.
Absolutely.
But you're not making any more money. Yeah. Rent, mortgages have tripled within the last
Yes.
couple of years, but you're still making $7.25. So yes, and so therefore the children are at home unsupervised a lot of times because they can't afford a babysitter to watch them. So there you go. So yeah, put it out there, put it on the line, so that's where the villages come in at, And another thing that I feel that, grandmothers are younger now because I am a younger grandmother and I still have to work. So I can't help keep my grandchildren, but
Right.
my
Yeah.
mom helped me raise mine. So
Right.
there again, that's
Yeah.
that
Yeah.
gap. We
Yeah.
can go on all night because what you're talking about was me. So
Yeah.
yes, yeah.
And again, that's what I believe. I believe the church is in the community to impact the community. I believe that, when you have people, I believe this, when people come into our community and they want to build subdivisions and they want to build, $500,000 homes, and they want to, come in and, okay, well, what are you going to put back in the community? Right. Or will you help us build a community center so that our kids have somewhere to go, so we can have some after school programs. And so it all lines up. But you have to have the right people in place who are going to just, who are just not in it for themselves, but because they really care about the people that they've been called to serve. And I've seen this happen in so many communities where they say, okay, well, yeah, you can come in here and build, but what are you going to put back into the community? What are you going to do to help our kids who, don't have any place to go after school? They're going latchkey, alone.
Yes.
So it all lines up. It all lines up. It really does.
And it starts with, even with kids and the parents can't read. They can't help them with their homework.
Right. And so it's not, so then reading is not a priority. Yeah. Reading is not something that's stressed because maybe I don't want my child to know I can't read. I'm an adult. I'm supposed to be able to know how to read. So it's an embarrassment to me. And so again, let's get some programs going. Let's help, help people know it's okay. We understand that maybe you just got passed along. Right. I get that, but we're here now to help you. My sister, rest in peace. I admired her so much. She, was a teenager. She got pregnant in high school. She didn't graduate high school, but you know what? She went back and got her GED. She didn't. She was like, no. She went back and got her GED. And when she left this earth, she worked at the VA Medical Center in North Carolina. She worked in the emergency room. So, she was a nurse's aide, and so it's stories like that. Even telling those stories to maybe folks who dropped out of high school, encouraging them to go back and get the GED. Augusta Tech has a free program, right? So let's get churches to partner with Augusta Tech. We've got 10 congregants who didn't graduate from high school. They want to get their GED. How can we partner with you, Augusta Tech? Can you come to our church and teach? How can we partner you? So we got to get at the table. We got to start having these conversations. We got to start lifting people up. Right? We got to start lifting people up, breaking this cycle of poverty and breaking this cycles when it comes to literacy.
Amen.
Amen.
Oh my goodness. Amen. I mean, you are putting it all on the table, and that is and I just moved from Grovetown 2 years ago. So every time I come back, I see something new. A new subdivision in front of the subdivision that house is in, communities that were the community center, that I was like, they keep building these housing subdivisions, because I think it's just so overcrowded in Grovetown. But like you said, what are they doing for the children in the community? You know,
Absolutely.
I see restaurants. So therefore those can provide jobs, but you don't want the children to just work at McDonald's. You want them, you understand what I'm saying? That's a start, but you want them right.
Because I believe every generation should do a little bit better. I want my kids to go farther than I've gone. I want them to achieve greater than what I've achieved. I want them to be more, right? And so, but if you can't read an application, you know, if you can't go to college, or even in college is not for everybody. I really am about pushing trade, getting a trade. I'm a unionist. We have the IBEW, we have the plumbers and pipe fitters. So, you know, we have lots of unions around here where folks can get a trade. They can make $40, $50 an hour, right?
Oh, wow.
But you got to be able to read.
That's
you got to
right.
be able to read.
That's exactly right. That's the first step. You have to be able to read. And like you said, if you don't get your diploma, at least go back and get your GED. We know people that have GED have went on to college and started their own businesses and, you know, doing great. So how long have you been a councilwoman?
So this is my second term, and I'm in the first year of my second term. So going in for, I have been out here, and I've always been reading to the kids. I started reading during COVID. I would go live on Facebook, story time with Ceretta. And so it's something that I've been doing. And after COVID stopped, I just got out. I went to the library and said, hey, do you guys have a story time? I'd love to come read. After school programs, anytime the schools have, you know, Dr. Seuss or read National Reading Week, I'm always out trying to read to the kids. And so this isn't something that I just started doing. I wasn't even aware that literacy was such a big, you know, there was such a big thing going on with literacy in the state of Georgia. So I'm just jumping on board with what they're doing at the state level. Anybody that wants to volunteer, that wants to help, you know, they can reach out. We just, I believe if we each one do our part, right? That's what I'm responsible for, to use the platform to serve and do some good. And if each one of us do our part, I believe that in the end, the whole we'll see that 68% go down to 48%. And then one day we'll go down from 48% to 28%. And it will just keep going until we get that number down to where no child is left behind.
Because that is, no child will be left behind if the village come together, you guys. If it's nothing but sponsoring somewhere where Miss Ceretta can come in and have story time, or sponsoring books, or you know, things like this. So during the summer, what have you been doing during the summer with the kids?
So I just launched the initiative last month. I have been out reading, and I have a couple of more. I think I'm supposed to be at the library this month reading. Done an after school program. I've been just out really trying to get the word out, but just trying to get out and read. I'm probably going to start my story time it'll be story time with the Councilwoman, where I'm again be reading these books that talk about local government. Want to partner with some of the organizations that do toy drives around Christmas time. And so what I want to do is, you know, get people to donate. And I want to make sure that some of these organizations that give out toys, that we're able to come alongside and put a book in there as well.
Oh, wow.
So that's my project on now. And again, trying to get somebody to help with getting us being able to get some vans or some buses. I've had folks reaching out already. We're going to take our kids to the Capitol so that they can see other kids across the state and participate in that reading day at the Capitol. And just, anyone else that has any ideas, we can come together, get in some churches. I want to get out, speak in some churches, give some data, make the folks aware. And then once I do that, it's left up to them to take the information and then make something happen. So yeah.
That's exactly what I was getting ready to say. Churches, get into churches, speak into, go speak into different churches, events, like community events, even back to school events. That could be something, to just see who's doing back to school events, and you can come and, I thank you for what you're doing. Like I said, my children, they're up and gone, but I still have grandchildren, and I am a part of a village. So, and anything that Live with Vicky P can do for you, any type of advertising or anything like that, please reach out. We're here for you. And I'm so glad that you wanted to come on Live with Vicky P and share this, because if we don't know, we don't know. And
thank you so very much. This is going to get out to the masses. And so again, people have been calling and reaching out. And so this is how it starts. And thank you. I believe we're given these platforms to serve people. And that's what it's all about, serving people. So thank you so much.
You're welcome. One more question, two more questions. Do you have, do you be at different libraries, or is it just one particular?
Yeah, no, any library. I have people call me and they say, "Hey, we heard you were reading. Would you come to?" I've read in both counties. Scheduled to read over in Richmond County. I know that's not my county, but scheduled to go over there and read to the kids at the library. And so, no, I just want to read the kids. I really want to centralize my work here, in my city, where I live. That's where I hope to have the greatest impact. But I will never turn down anybody who invites me to come out and to read to kids. I would never turn down anybody.
What's your social media platform name?
So Councilwoman Ceretta Smith. You can find me on Facebook under Councilwoman Ceretta Smith. And if people want to reach out to me, they can reach out to me at Ceretta for Georgia. It's my name. The word for completely spelled out, and Georgia is completely spelled out at gmail.com. Ceretta for Georgia at gmail.com.
Okay. And you guys can message her on Facebook and she will get back in touch with you.
Absolutely.
And again, thank you so much. Is there anything else that we left out that
no, ma'am.
Put on?
We got the message out. We got some extra stuff out. So
look, let's put it on the floor for 2024. Let's just put it all on. Let us know. We want to know what's going on. And I'm so glad, because these are some of the type of interviews that I do love to get in. So when you reached out, I was like, yes, because if you don't know, you just don't know. And anytime you need Live with Vicky P, you know how to get in contact with us. Any type of promotion, anything that you want me to run on my social media platform, all you have to do, just let me know.
Yes, ma'am. God bless you again. And thank you so very, very much.
You're so welcome, and God bless you too. And you have a blessed week.
You too. All right.
You guys, that was wonderful. I wanted to bring you something different also, because when we don't know, we don't know. And we do need to put these villages back together so we can save our children, because I had a village to help me with mine. If I hadn't have had a village, So I hope you guys enjoyed the show. Let me make a couple announcements. You guys know we always have something going on. All right, July the 13th, Jokers Comedy on the Move, the Icons Legend Tribute Show. If you would like more information on this show, go to Jokers Comedy on the Move Facebook. You can inbox them for more details. All right. And we have coming up Live with Vicky P and the Easy Riders. First event, August the 3rd, 2024 in Anniston, Alabama. Boots and Brims featuring C. Lindsay. You guys come on out, bring your coolers, bring your lawn chair, and bring a good attitude and some party shoes because we're going to have a good time. All right. And Endless Variety presents their first annual fashion show in Trenton, South Carolina. If you would like more information about this event, go to the Endless Variety on social media, inbox them for more details. Now, one thing I did forget to do, and I thought my sister probably would have reminded me, but I would not have an interview on Wednesday. We will have, it's my birthday. My birthday is Thursday, July the 11th. So my sister has put together an online birthday party. And the reason why we chose to do this is because I have made so many new friends on social media since I've been doing my Live with Vicky P. So I wanted you guys to be a part of my birthday. So stay tuned for the flyers are already out there. If you have any questions or anything, you guys can always message Tanya Partlow, or you can message me anything pertaining to the birthday party. Now, if you would like an interview on the Live with Vicky P show, you can, for bookings, you can call 404-307-5445 and ask for Tanya, or you can go to live. You can email at livewithvickyp@gmail.com. If you email, please leave your name and contact number because we will have no other way we can email you back, but sometimes it takes a person longer to respond. So I think that's it. You know what? I might let me play y'all. No, they can't call you. Okay, my sister said, no, do not call me about the birthday party or about the, yes, she said, don't call me. Just reach out to her. She being funny acting. But you know what? I'm going to play a couple songs for y'all. You know, I'm DJ White now. The interview ended early. So guess what we're going to do? We're going to do a little bit of Toy. I cheated.
Fellas. Y'all just got this wild imagination that ladies are supposed to just sit back and let you do what you want to do. Screw who you want to screw. And we just act Etta James blind. Well, I can tell you now, that ain't how this story's about to go. You cheated on me, so I cheated on you. Sometimes I don't know why the hell I even mess with you. I washed your clothes, cooked your food. Baby, go and pack your bags, cause I'm so done with you. My girlfriend said you ain't it. She saw you Friday night, creeping at a Motel 6, but I couldn't get mad, cause I've been creeping too. The next door neighbor got a head on his shoulders and he knows how to use it too. Lord knows I've tried to be a down chick, but boy, you crossed the line when you gave away my good shoe. You cheated on me, so I cheated on you. Sometimes I don't know why the hell I even mess with you. I washed your clothes, I even cooked your food. Baby, go and pack your bags, cause I'm so done with you. You cheated on me, I cheated on you. Sometimes I don't know why the hell I even mess with you. I know it was wrong, but it felt so right. Now he ain't no certified plumber, y'all, but he knows how to lay the pipe. He was putting it on me when you was creeping on me. Two can play that game, baby boy. So now we both got a sneaky feelings. See, I used to be a good girl, but you turned me back. I gave you all that I had. Pack your bags, I'm so done with that. You cheated on me, so I cheated on you. Sometimes I don't know why the hell I even mess with you. I done washed your clothes, I even cooked your food. Baby, go on and pack your bags, cause I'm so done with you. See, I used to be a good girl, but you turned me bad. I gave you all that I had. Pack your bags, I'm so done with that. You know the saying, do unto others how you want them to do unto you. You know, an eye for an eye. Hell, even a tooth for a tooth. Be careful how you treat me. I always get my lick back. Face the facts. It's the Southern Soul Vixen.
I do not own the rights to that song. Toy owned the rights to that song. Let me see. Am I gonna play one more? Shayla, I cared. I do not own the rights.
We were together for so many years. Surprised his wife didn't know he was on here. He didn't give me no holidays, not one or no special time. I knew that those days would never be mine. Oh, you know I care, and Lord knows I hate to share, but I couldn't see you when I want. I had to see you when I could. Yeah, oh, I've been home, but now it's understood. I couldn't see you when I want. I had to see you when I could. Yeah, oh, I've been home, but now it's understood. Maybe she didn't do the things I done in bed. When I made sure when you left my house, the thoughts of sex never left the bed. Boy, you know I care, and Lord knows I hate to share, but I couldn't see you when I want. I had to see you when I could. Yeah, oh, I've been home, but now it's understood. I couldn't see you when I want. I had to see you when I could. Yeah, oh, I've been home, but now it's understood. But I couldn't see you when I want. I had to see you when I could. Yeah, oh, I've been home, but now it's understood. I couldn't see you when I want. I had to see you when I could. Yeah, oh, I've been home, but now it's understood. It was the guilt that was driving me crazy. Pressure, insecurities that were draining my body and my mind. Many of illusions of something that seemed to be real when I knew it wasn't. And the vain attempt of a broken side piece promise deal. But I couldn't see you when I want. I had to see you when I could. Yeah, oh, I've been home, but now it's understood. I couldn't see you when I want. I had to see you when I could. Yeah, oh, I've been home, now it's understood.
All right, you guys. Well, I am going to call it a night. I'm going to give you guys 15 minutes back to your night, and I will hopefully see you guys on Thursday for my surprise birthday party that I'm talking about. But anyway, thank you for tuning in live with Vicky P. It is always a vibe on the Live with Vicky P show. Good night.